Think in 4 dimensions and your reality will change. Sometimes the human mind is limited by self-imposed barriers. Reality is not reduced to what we see or touch, but to what we feel and how we interpret those feelings. It is a complex symphony of perceptions, and desire in its purest form reflects our inner being. This vital impulse is what moves us, and its realization is directly linked to the clarity and purity of that will. Without desire, we are like a flame without oxygen. However, a genuine desire free of ego and material ambitions can guide us toward enlightenment. Meditation has the power to connect us with our quadruple self. Through this expanded reality, many seekers overcome their limited perception of themselves and the world. Meditation reveals to them that they are not just the body, but a soul that inhabits it, a consciousness not limited by time and space. Some people have observed events before they occur in this three-dimensional world. If humans can foresee an event before it happens in the 3 dimensions of space, then life on Earth must follow a plan. This plan must exist somewhere else, in another dimension, moving slowly through our space. If the observed events were not yet in this world, logically they were outside of it. Anything seen there before occurring here must be predetermined from the perspective of someone awake in this 3-dimensional world. So can we change our future? Yes, humans can change the future. Once altered, it is realigned, creating a new trajectory from the point of change. The magic of human destiny lies in its adaptability. We are shaped more by our beliefs and feelings than by our actions. The basis of our existence is the image we have of ourselves. Our actions and experiences are reflections of this self-image. If we saw ourselves in a new light, our actions would differ, automatically changing how we see ourselves and altering the course of our future. Every transformation begins in our consciousness. The future, although meticulously planned, has many possibilities. With every decision we make, we find ourselves at a crossroads of destiny, choosing between multiple possible futures. We all have 2 visions of the world, one earthly and the other spiritual. We can see them as the carnal mind and the mind of Christ, respectively. The first is everyday consciousness, guided by our senses and imagination, driven by our deepest desires. Duality is reflected in the statement that the natural man does not understand the things of the Spirit of God. For the earthly view, reality is the immediate present, while the past and future are abstractions. Spiritual vision sees beyond, capturing time in its entirety, where past and future are as tangible as the physical objects around us. Abstraction and subjectivity for the earthly man become tangible and real for the spiritual man. What often limits our vision is relying solely on our senses, leaving us blind to the intangible. To truly see the invisible, we sometimes need to take our minds off the sensory evidence and focus on the intangible, feeling and visualizing it until it is as real as the physical world. Deep, focused thinking can block out distractions and fully immerse us in a desired reality. Focusing on the desired state is key to visualizing it. The act of turning our attention away from the sensory world and focusing it on the realm of the invisible enhances our spiritual vision, allowing us to see beyond the tangible. Since creation, the invisible can be clearly perceived by those who seek. This ability to see does not depend on our physical senses. Cultivating and valuing it is crucial, as spiritual truths are only discerned by this elevated vision. Through practice, we discover amazing power. By controlling our imagination, we can shape our future according to our desires. Desire is the driving force behind all our actions. Without it, we wouldn't even lift a finger. Everything we do is driven by the dominant desire in our hearts. When we overcome an addiction, it is because the desire to overcome it is stronger than the desire to maintain it. The desire that moves us is what captures our attention. Communication between the spiritual man and the earthly man is carried out through the language of desires. The key to moving forward in life and achieving our dreams lies in the immediate response to this call. Obeying this voice quickly is like instantly embracing the wish fulfilled. To desire something is in some way to possess it. By internalizing the feeling of a wish fulfilled and acting on that conviction, we change the future in tune with that belief. Our convictions have the power to materialize what they affirm. As soon as we internalize the feeling of a desire fulfilled, our quadruple self charts paths to materialize it, revealing methods to make that desire a reality. I can't think of a clearer way to manifest our desires than to experience in our imagination what we would feel if we had already achieved our goal. This imaginative experience provides the means for its realization. With its expanded vision, our fourfold self orchestrates the means necessary to achieve the desired end. However, an untrained mind may find it difficult to accept a state that contradicts sensory perceptions. But there is a technique that makes it easier to predict events before they happen, allowing us to invoke what is not yet visible as if it were already reality. Many underestimate the power of simplicity, but this seemingly simple formula for shaping the future was discovered after years of research and experimentation. The first step to redefining the future is to have a clear desire. Know exactly what you want, then visualize an event that symbolizes the realization of that desire, with you as the protagonist. The third step is to relax the body to a state close to sleep. Sit back, relax, and with your eyes closed, focus on the action you want to experience. Imagine yourself completely involved in that action, as if it were happening here and now. Remember that you must be in the center of this action, experiencing it fully. Don't be a mere spectator. Genuinely immerse yourself in the action as if you were living it. For this imaginative experience to become tangible, it is crucial to remember that the visualized action must be the direct consequence of the realization of your desire. You must immerse yourself in this action until it is as vivid and concrete as reality. For example, if your wish is to be promoted at work, receiving a congratulation would be an event that follows the realization of that wish. After choosing this specific action to visualize, relax your body and reach a state of drowsiness, but stay in control of the direction of your thoughts. In this relaxed but alert state, imagine a co-worker in front of you. Extend your imaginary hand and feel the firmness of their handshake. Engage in an imaginary conversation aligned with the desired action. Don't see yourself from the outside, as if you were watching a scene from afar. Living in the present moment, feeling like we are experiencing this moment here and now instead of just observing ourselves from the outside, makes all the difference. Transforming a distant place to here and the future to now is about bringing the reality of a world dimensionally higher than the present into our everyday three-dimensional world. This fusion of space and time is vital. The difference between feeling actively involved in an action and just seeing yourself doing something is what separates success from failure. To understand this, imagine that you are climbing a staircase now, with your eyes closed. Imagine that there is a staircase right in front of you and feel yourself ascending each step. Desire physical stillness on the threshold of sleep and imaginative action where you feel present here and now are not only vital to shaping the future, but also essential conditions to consciously project the spiritual self. When our physical body is still, we become more receptive to the idea of taking action by imagining that we are effectively doing something here and now and sustaining that imaginative scene until sleep envelops us. It is possible to wake up outside of our physical body. We can find ourselves in a more expansive world, experiencing with heightened perception what we desire and imagine doing in the material world. However, whether we awaken on that plane or not, we are performing this action in the fourth-dimensional world, and eventually this action will manifest here in the third-dimensional world. My experience has shown the importance of choosing a specific imaginative action, condensing the idea into a single act, and repeating it in our minds until it feels real. Otherwise, our attention could disperse, being attracted by a series of images and associated thoughts that, in moments, can divert us miles from our initial goal, lost in the vast expanses of imaginative space, years away in time. If we choose, for example, to climb a specific section of a staircase, because that is the action that would most likely follow the realization of our desire, then we must focus exclusively on uploading that section. If we get distracted, it is essential to return to the action of uploading that specific section, repeating it in our minds until it feels as real as tangible reality. The idea is that this visualization occurs effortlessly, with the feeling of desire fulfillment filling our mind. Drowsiness can help in this process as it facilitates this effortless attention. However, we should not fall completely asleep, losing control over where our attention is directed. The ideal state is a light relaxation where we still have control over our thoughts. An even more effective way to materialize a desire is to feel body and soul as if it were already achieved, and then, in a state of deep relaxation, repeat short phrases that symbolize the fulfillment of that desire, like a mantra. A phrase like "thank you," for example, can be used as if we were thanking a higher force for already granting our request. However, if what we are looking for is a conscious projection on a more expansive plane, we must hold on to that imaginative action until sleep envelops us. Experience in your imagination, with all the vividness of reality, what you would feel if your wish came true. Over time, you will perceive it in the physical world just as you experienced it in your mind. Feed your mind with premises, that is, statements that you consider true even if they seem unreal to the senses. If you persist with them until they feel real, they will manifest as truths in your life. Once a premise is assumed, mobilize all the necessary resources to make it a reality. Imagination is the basis of faith and hope. Each of us carries a tool more powerful than all the weapons in the world combined: our ability to imagine, dream, and desire. With it, we can create any reality we want. Imagination is the lens through which we see our future, so don't let it become clouded by fears and doubts. Always keep it clear, pointing towards what you want to achieve. Cultivating the ability to visualize, believe, and desire is the formula for creation. Through it, you will not only shape your future, but you will become the master of your own destiny. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit from this message, and don't forget to leave a comment sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Thank you for watching and for joining this journey, and we are waiting for you in the next video. Blessings.